Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Body Bags. I'm your reviewer, the Nightwalker from Horror Heaven77. If you get a chance, check out my channel. I think you'd like it. And anyway, so I got to be honest with you. I was looking through the list and I was trying to figure out what movie I was going to do this week. And I came up with some crazy ideas, I admit. But the one I finally decided to settle on was one I was actually surprised at. It stunned me because I went through looking through the list. As far as I know, nobody's ever touched this one yet, and I'm shocked. So the movie I'm talking about is Terrifier, and this movie here came out in 2016. And honestly, this movie is fantastic. I really enjoy it, and like I said, I was going through the list. I'm surprised nobody's gotten to this one yet. If they have, I didn't see it. It must have been from years back, but anyway, so yeah, the movie takes place on Halloween night. We got this character named Art the Clown, who right there, and not really is too much known about Art. He's just we don't know if he's just human or supernatural. The movie kind of hints that he's a little bit of both, a little bit of a Michael Myers thing, kind of a going on there. But it's Halloween night. He's getting dressed up, and he goes out and he ends up targeting these three girls and just kind of three random girls who are out, partying, going to, a Halloween party. It does definitely have kind of a Halloween feel to it, but it definitely goes off in a totally different direction at the same time. But once he locks in on these three girls, he's tailing them, he's stalking them. Ultimately, they end up in a warehouse, and then all hell breaks loose. And yeah, I mean, I'm really trying not to give away too much of the plot here, but this movie is awesome. I really enjoyed this one, and you know, so the first time I saw this, I saw it on Netflix here a while back, and as soon as I did, it's like, man, I want to get a copy of this. So looked it up, was finally able to see that it was available on Blu-ray. So yeah, I had to snag a copy of this one. So ultimately, yeah, I really did enjoy this movie. This has, really good gore content and everything. You have the scene there. It's like, that kind of gives a little bit of something away, but we're horror fans. I'm sure you've probably seen this movie. So I think you already know what this scene entails, but, yeah, you got some really good gore in this movie, a lot of blood, a lot of carnage. And, yeah, and Art the Clown here, he's definitely very creepy. And he made his first appearance in the film All Hallows Eve, and he was kind of the best. That was kind of a horror anthology, but he was kind of the best part of that movie. It's like the beginning and like right at the beginning and the final segment. That was the best part. And from my understanding is like right now they're supposed to be working on Terrifier 2, and I think Tamara Glenn from Halloween 5, she's supposed to be in this. I think Felissa Rose, I think they said that she got called in to be part of it. I forget who else, but they're supposed to be working on the film now. So hopefully, within the next year or so, we'll see that come available. But I mean, obviously, here's the thing, we have our horror icons, we have, Michael Myers, we have Jason, we have Freddy Krueger, Leprechaun, Chucky, things like that. But at the same time, though, too, it's like, I feel like we need to be open to more different kinds of horror icons, and they're trying. That's one thing I do have to admit, and that's the thing about Art the Clown here. I think Art the Clown could definitely be a very good potential horror icon. And like I said, I'm looking forward to the next movie, and hopefully it'll be good. And maybe this could be like the next step in the evolution of horror icons. And I've seen some movies that do it pretty good, like just my opinion personally, the Wolf Creek movies, those movies are fantastic. I love those movies. I've seen season one. Um, I don't know, but I need to check. I don't even know if season two is even available or if there even is a season two. But for me personally, I think Wolf Creek, that could be a very good um, horror franchise. I think a lot of it too, because that's different because it takes place in Australia. And also too though, like Art the Clown. I know this is that's the only bad part though, because you figure this one, you have a killer clown, and that's kind of going up against another killer clown who's become a horror icon, and that's Pennywise. So that's kind of a tricky situation there. But um, the one thing that separates the two of them though is like Art the Clown does not turn himself into your biggest fears the way Pennywise does. So it's kind of like there could be room for two or more. I know that I think we can all agree though that in the realm of killer clown horror icons, I think we definitely agree that Sid Haig is the late great Sid Haig is Captain Spaulding. I think we can all agree that he made one of the best horror clown icons in the world. So yeah, I think we could definitely say Captain Spaulding up there. But I definitely think that there is a place for Art the Clown, and I do. After seeing this movie, I hope that we get to see more of him, and hopefully, the series will go on. And like I said, it will be the next evolutionary step in creating new and interesting horror icons. And I'm not saying that we have to abandon the ones that we have, but I mean, let's face it. I mean, like Freddy Krueger. I mean, they remade it in 2010, and that was horrible. My God, that was bad. And now they're trying to, it's like you hear, supposedly rumors that Robert Englund say he could come back and do one more Freddy, which if he does, hey, great, I'd definitely pay to see that. But they're also talking about too, who else could they get to try to fill Freddy's shoes? And that's the problem, is that, Robert Englund pretty much made that character what it is. And trying to get somebody else in there is like, it's going to be really hard to do that. Chucky, like I said, that surprised me. I did my review on the Child's Play remake, but they made it different enough so that you can enjoy, the original for what it is, but you can enjoy the remake on a different level. So that worked. But like Halloween, it's like that's continuing on. Supposedly Fede Alvarez now has the rights to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so he's going to continue that. Supposedly like Friday the 13th, it's supposed to be in all kinds of legal crap right now. So we don't know how long it's going to be or if we're even going to get to see another, Friday the 13th movie. So it's kind of like, when you see the condition that, the horror icons are in right now, it really would be great if we could have some new up and comers. And that's where somebody like Art the Clown hopefully could fill that void. And, but like I said, I mean, this movie, that's what I love about it too. I love this cover art too. You got the one on the inside, which is slightly less gruesome, but, like there, it's just the picture of art. And that's creepy. I will give it that. That is creepy. But, this here just, I love the other one. I love this here. I mean, this, really says it all. It's graphic and bloody. It's exploitation at its finest, So this is, to me, I just prefer this cover art more than the other one. But this is me. But yeah, I mean, it would be, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm always gonna love the icons that we have, even going back all the way to the old days of, Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Phantom of the Opera, Invisible Man, so on, so on. And the evolution of those up to, Freddy and Jason, Leatherface, Chucky, Michael Myers, all that good stuff. But, we do need some new blood. And that's the thing, and I've seen some stuff that really does appeal to me. And I think hopefully this could be something that we could look forward to that maybe might kind of help. And like I said, too, like another is the Wolf Creek series. I think the idea of this serial killer from Australia who targets, tourists and vacationers and stuff, John Jarrett, I mean, he really gives such a gravitas to that character, but I'm not reviewing Wolf Creek right now. I'm reviewing this. But like one movie that unfortunately though, just for me personally, I think really could have spun off into a great horror franchise, or technically could have been two, if you think about it, was the movie Nurse. Now, hear me out on that, okay? Because in Nurse, to me, that felt like that was a little too many ingredients into one soup. Because what I'm saying is like, in Nurse, you had what could have been two good female horror icons. You could have created two different horror icons out of that. One, you could have had this crazy maniacal nurse who, she's killing patients. She's killing, administrators who, mistreat the other nurses, things like that. That could have been a movie all on its own. And then you also have the character, she tends to go after men and women. That's a lot of her victims too. She targets a lot of men and women who are unfaithful in relationships. Now that could have been a movie all its own. So you could add two female horror icons out of that. But that's just my opinion. But you could have had two of them. But yeah. But so anyway, you got some great gore effects in here, and it definitely leaves it open for a sequel. Like I said, though, I'm just, it's kind of up in the air whether or not Art the Clown, is he, just a human being? Does he have a little bit of a supernatural element to him? But, I enjoy this movie. I think it's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see where it's going to go next. And so, also too, I like movies that this movie kind of leaves you in a morally bankrupt kind of mood. And for me personally, I kind of like that. So, anyway, but yeah, I think that I've pretty much said about all I could say about this. But I could go into more detail, but I don't want to sit there and give away too many elements if you haven't seen this movie yet. But if you haven't, get yourself a copy of it. Or as far as I know, I think it's still on Netflix, so you can still check it out. Hopefully, but yeah. So hopefully, here's to the rise of a new horror icon. Hopefully we can. This will be good enough that it can go into the realm of the others. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, that's going to do it. So if anybody took the time to watch this video, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I also hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Body Bags channel. We got great guys doing great videos every day of the week. I'm the Saturday reviewer. So yeah, good stuff. So anyway, take care. Everybody have a good night, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.